Hi Aries, welcome to Soul Seer Tarot. We're going to get a quick message for you, see what's going on in your energy field, what you may have to look forward to, what you may need to work on. I like to leave my readings open and let in the universe, the spirit guides, my ancestors, let come through what needs to come through. I always think that they can tell me better than I can tell you. So, although I think I am going to start doing in the general all sign ones where I ask questions and stuff. So if you have any suggestions that you'd like to know, just leave them down below. Start working on that. I'm pretty open to stuff. So, all right, Aries. I know the energy has been really intense right now. A lot of people are dealing with anger issues. Quite a few people I know, they're a little explosive here lately. You know, it doesn't take much to set them off like a firecracker. It's just, it's the universe. It's trying to get you to see your triggers so you can, heal them. So you gotta see them and feel them in order to heal them. So that's what the universe is doing right now. It's pointing towards their triggers and what's setting them off. I think that is something that might be going on with some of y'all right now. I know my Aries moon is been tested quite a few different times by some different people. And it's shown me how much I have grown, not allowing me to pop off like I normally would or would have. I can have a fiery little temper on me. There ain't no lie on that one. So me being able to actually keep myself grounded in those situations has shown me just how much I have grown. So we're going to see what the universe has for you. Any suggestions, any advice on what you may be working on, the best way to work on it. All right, here we go. Ancestor spirit guides, can you please give me a message for Aries? What is it that Aries needs to work on right now? Can you give me any advice for Aries and what is going on with Aries? Thank you right now. We got, I think, 3 of them popped out. We got wolf spirit on the bottom. We have nightingale spirit. Love is all around. Number 41. You see that? I don't have my light's not the best in here. I have an old antique type light. It's cast iron and I absolutely love it, but it doesn't give off the best lighting. We have wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. Number 64. And the lion spirit. Be generous of spirit. Number 37. With the wolf spirit on the bottom, turn knowledge into wisdom with number 67. So right now the universe wants you to let you know that they're around you, that your ancestors, your spirit guides, they are all around you right now with this nightingale spirit. They are sending you love. They're letting you know that you're loved. With the lion spirit, they're saying be gracious of spirit. Let spirit in, let your spirit love you. Let the universe love you. And with the wasp spirit, sometimes life stings. There ain't no lie. We all know that one. So some of you might be going through some stuff right now where you feel like every time you turn around, something is happening. Something's going wrong. Somebody at work is testing you. Your children might be testing you. Your house might be testing you. Your car. Everything you turn around and you do and stuff, you're being tested left and right. And with this lion spirit and stuff, you need to remember that you are being guided, that you are protected. All right? The universe has you. They're guiding you and protecting you right now. We're going to use the Late Sea Tarot. See if we can get a little bit more for you here. Even with this wasp spirit, you know, there's feathers hanging off the backside of this wasp spirit. Kind of like the nightingale and stuff with the feathers, which is all about spirit, the divine, being around protecting you right now. So even with you getting stung by this wasp and life sometimes feeling like you just want to throw your hands up in the air, or you just want to scream your lungs out, which, believe me, sometimes actually really helps. I've done that. My neighbors have gotten used to, when I was going through my healing, when I would get to that point where I just couldn't take it anymore and I felt like I just wanted to go off on everybody, I would literally walk outside onto my property and I would just scream at the top of my lungs. It got to the point where the kids in the neighborhood started screaming back at me. It became a little game. But I had so much emotion, so much, I want to say rage, built up inside of me and stuff. I needed an outlet. I needed some way to release it. And I had to learn a whole bunch of new coping mechanisms. You know, I had addiction problems for a long time. It's something that kind of ran through my family. And when I stopped, which was almost 4 years ago now, I had everything hit me at once. Everything I didn't deal with, everything through my life, all the trauma, all the hurt, all the pain, all the disgust in myself, all kind of hit me at once because I went all those years without dealing with anything. I just kind of pushed it down and I numbed it away as much as I could. So when I finally got clean and it came time to me to be able to feel everything, it was a tidal wave. It was a massive tidal wave that just hit me. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. Must be relevant. And I didn't know what to do with all of that anger and stuff. I didn't want to be the person I was, where I yelled and screamed, or my frustration came out on other people and stuff, because I had been there. I had done that. I was never really a hitter of my kids, but I was a screamer, you know, and which can be just as damaging to your kids. I didn't know how to let it out in a healthy way. It took me a little while. So while I was learning to regulate my emotions and stuff, I would go outside and I would scream. And a few times my neighbors called and asked if I was okay. And I'm like, yeah, I had to let it out, you know, sorry. But it got to the point where they got so used to it that they weren't even bothered, which kind of bothered me also. It's like, well, damn, if something really does happen and I'm screaming, they might not think it's anything. But yeah, I had to learn healthy ways to cope and let it out. And like I said, I have an Aries moon. And in Aries, we can, sun, moon, rising, Mars, we can be very fiery. And I've heard from quite a few people that the Aries moon is one of the worst ones. I don't know about that. My brother's an Aries sun, and I happen to think he's worse than me. But, you know, we do have anger inside of us. That's for damn sure. So some of you, I think you're trying to figure out ways to deal with all this anger and frustration that is coming up with the universe hitting you left and right with different things. And I think it's trying to teach you how to cope and deal with all of these emotions that are hitting you at one time. Let's see here. All right. Well, these just came out. I'm not going to keep them because I was just told not to, because they just kind of came out while I was talking. But we ended up with the Page of Cups in reverse, the King of Swords, the Emperor, and the King of Cups. So some of y'all are you're not looking back anymore. You're starting to stand in your truth. You're standing in your power with the Emperor and the King of Swords, and you're starting to learn to bring some love into the situation here, which is amazing. Love is the end all be all. I have a habit of shuffling while I'm sitting here talking, so cards have a habit of flying out when I do so. All right. Ancestor spirit guides, what can you give me for Aries that'll help them with dealing with all of the turmoil that is... Oh, no. No, we ain't doing that. That is a whole book. A whole book. Yeah, I'm not... I'm not doing that. Sorry, most of those came out in reverse. I hope I didn't mix my deck up, because I try to keep mine uptight and right, and if they come out in reverse, it means they're meant to be. I'm sorry, I couldn't do those. That was like 15 cards that just came out. And no, I don't have the time to do a book. It was just 11:11 on my timer. All right, let's try this again. All right, Ancestor Spirit Guides, can you, thank you, give me a few cards for Aries that'll help them with how to deal with all of this frustration, all these stings that the universe is giving them right now while they're trying to learn to deal with their emotions. All right, we have the Queen of Wands, the Strength, and the King of Swords came back out. And then we have the Knight of Wands on the bottom. Trying to find balance. I know the Queen of Wands really isn't usually about balance, but that is what I'm getting. And I'm an intuitive. I read what I feel off of cards, pictures. Sometimes the pictures and stuff will give me a different meaning. So if that bothers you, I'm sorry, but that is the kind of reader I am. I don't always go by exactly the meaning of the cards, just so you know. If I get a different feeling off the picture than what the actual card means, I will go with it because that's what I am being told. With this Queen of Wands, I'm getting balance. That you need to try to balance some quiet time, some meditation time, figure out how to go inside and take a good look at yourself. Finding balance. I'm also feeling protection. Right now, she's surrounded by all these candles. I don't know if you can see or not. She's surrounded by all these candles. And she also has this light around her right here. And she is surrounded. She's got spirit coming out of her hand. She actually looks like she's excited at the fact that she finally did it. She was finally able to connect to the universe, to divine. Yeah, she looks extremely happy about the fact that she was finally able to find some inner peace, even if it was just long enough to connect and get that little flame going to help balance her out a little bit. Also, I feel like that's some of her frustration that's coming out, that she has figured out a way to bring it out of her in a healthy way. Instead of the fire coming out of her mouth, the fire is now coming out of her hand, because she's found balance by sitting here in meditation and going within and looking at what needs to be healed, what needs to be looked at, what parts of yourself that contribute. What kind of trauma did you go through? Was it, family-wise? Was it relationship-wise? The universe is saying once again with the lion spirit, strength. They're giving you the strength right now and the protection that you need to be able to go within with the Queen of Wands and find that fire that's inside of you and bring it out in a healthy way so that you can stand, King of Swords here, in your truth, your integrity, your honor, and come at things at a peaceful way instead of a fiery way. With the Ace of Swords on the bottom, they're trying to give you healthy ways with your mind to be able to deal with the emotions. Because emotions can be a lot. They can overtake you if you allow them. I know, yeah. As an Aries, you know that. They can overtake you. And right now they're asking you to go inwards. To go inside, to find your triggers, and to work on them. To see what it is that is connecting all this together, that's causing you. Yeah. See, we got the Page of Cups here. We had it in reverse when it flew out earlier. Look back. Look back and see what it was that first started causing these triggers with you. What made you start the Queen of Swords? Stand in your power. She's honest. She's truthful with herself and with others. Both the King and the Queen of Swords, they're very honest people. They speak truth. They stand in integrity. And that's what the universe wants you to do right now. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, the divine. They want you to look inwards, to go inside and be honest with yourself. What is it that you need to work on? What is it that is causing these triggers for you? What is it that you can heal and give love to with this Page of Cups? Because you need to send it love. You need to look back, yes, but you also need to send it love. Because once you send it love and you heal it, it'll stop triggering you. It won't affect you the same way that it used to. So they want you to look back right now. Be honest with yourself about everything that's going on. Things that you've caused yourself. From ignoring red flags that, ended up causing trauma, or, giving passes to people in your family who may not have treated you right, or given you what you needed, that has now caused triggers and trauma for you. 8 of Cups. And walk away. Give it love and walk away. And don't look back. Let those triggers be healed. Give them love. You got to feel it to heal it. I'm a big believer in that one. Which it sucks. Don't get me wrong. Feeling it is not always the best. Not always the best. But it's necessary. It's extremely necessary. And fire sign, Aries and stuff, y'all have y'all's emotions. You don't like to show them, but y'all have them. And you feel them deeply. And just because you don't let people know just how much they've hurt you doesn't mean it's not still there. You can bury it as long as you want, but it's eventually going to keep coming back up. And each time it comes up, it's going to come back stronger and stronger and stronger until it gets to the point where you can't ignore it anymore. You're going to have to deal with it. And if you wait until it gets to that point, it's going to be even harder. Judgment. 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. The Knight of Cups and the Hermit. Yeah. You need to call judgment on yourself. A lot of people talk about calling judgment on other people and situations. And yeah, I mean, every now and then, I've done it once or twice in my life. But usually I'll call judgment on myself. Because I think a lot of times that's the only person I have to judge. I'm the one who's allowed this stuff to happen. And that's a hard one to hear. And I know people don't like to hear it. Now, don't get me wrong. There are certain things that you did not allow to happen. You did not allow that person to beat the shit out of you. But if you stayed, and I know it's hard, I was in an abusive relationship, so I'm not telling anybody that they deserved what they got because they stayed there, because I would never say that. I know how hard it is to walk away. But I had to be honest with myself. I stayed. You know, I came up with a million reasons, a million excuses as to why I stayed. And all it did was cause me pain each time. I did it to myself. Did I do it to myself the first time? No. But I allowed it to continue to happen. And I had to come to that realization. And that's a hard one to come to. Rape and molestation. That one you did not allow to happen. And if that happened to you, my heart goes out to you, and I am so sorry. That is an extremely hard one to deal with. Extremely hard. And I hope whoever did it to you, I hope the universe came back and smacked them so fucking hard, excuse my language, that they were never able to get back up again. But most of the stuff that happens to us through our lives, we do to ourselves. And that is a really hard one to accept. Really hard. But it's true. It very much is. But right now, the universe wants you to call judgment on yourself. It wants you to stop thinking you're getting away with stuff, that you're going to get away with not healing, with not feeling it, with not dealing with it. It wants you to give love to the situation and the hermit to go inwards. To go in. Go inside for a little while. Find that light that's inside of you and give it some love. Because that's what it needs. It needs love. It needs acceptance. It needs love. It needs nurturing. It needs everything but you being hard on yourself. The Hierophant. Go inside. Right now, that's what the universe is calling you to do, Aries. They want you to go inside and take a look at all these triggers and wounds that you've been brushing over for all these years, and to finally heal them, deal with them, and give them love. My heart goes out to you, Aries. I know how hard this is. And some of you've dealt with quite a bit. You have dealt with quite a bit, and the universe is telling you, we're here, we're all around you. Love is surrounding you right now. Now is the time to do it. All right? All right, Aries. Well, hopefully next time I'll have a little bit more upbeat one for you. Make sure you check your moon, your rising, your Venus. I'm going to be putting out the rest of them. I do work now, so I'm going to be trying getting them out as I can here. All right. If you have any suggestions, please leave them down in the comments. Let me know what would you like me to do a reading on. Like I said, I usually just leave it open. It's the way I've always read. Like I said, I think the universe can tell me better than I can tell the universe. I also don't have much of a social life, so I really don't know what y'all want. So let me know. All right. Please like and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you at my next reading. Bye.